All right, so today we're going to be talking about Portulaca grandiflora, also known as the moss rose, which it's called that because it produces this thick moss-like foliage with these colorful rose-like flowers on top. I think I'll just go with Portulaca. And Portulaca is a succulent plant. It's native to areas of South, Central, and even parts of North America and parts of Europe. So it has a really wide distribution. Now this is a really great succulent that is an annual, but it produces a lot of beautiful, colorful flowers. I have the sundial mix here and you can see all the different colors it produces, the reds, yellows, pinks, whites, some oranges I think in there, some magentas. Now while it is an annual, it does have the ability to self-seed. So in some instances, especially if you live where it's quite warm, they may self-seed and come back from one year to the next. Now this is a sun-loving plant that will do really well in quite poor soils. Because it is a succulent, it does need excellent drainage, but that makes it really accessible in areas that have very dry, rocky soils. As long as it has good draining, has good sunlight, it's generally going to do quite well. Now, as a mounding ground covering plant, they do get like 6 to 8 inches tall, has a really nice kind of upright and then overflowing trailing habit. And when you start them from plants about this size, they will reach around 12 inches around. So I have these little Ellie pots, they're 45 milliliter Ellie pots, and I also have these guys. And today I'm going to be planting them up in 2 different areas. In containers actually, because I love the colors so much. I want to have them where I can really see them quite easily and quite frequently. And the other reason I love planting them in containers is because it is such a drought tolerant plant. In a container, it can be hard to keep a lot of plants well watered in containers, especially during the heat of the summer. And the fact that they are a succulent means that it is going to be able to handle those longer periods of dryness better than other hanging basket plants might. But you do absolutely want to ensure that your hanging basket, like mine does, has some drainage holes. This guy just has one, but that should be fine. Now, when your plants are quite well grown like this, I actually find it quite nice to give it a little bit of shear back before planting it in so that it can find a new energy in its new container and have a little chance to restart. They respond very well to haircuts and trimmings. And honestly, this is all pretty good. You could absolutely make a lot of new plants out of this little trash right there. But there's not really anything too special about getting them planted. Break those roots up a little bit. Now, one of the unique features about Portulaca is that the flowers will actually close at night and then open up the next day. They really open up when the sun is hitting them. So if you do have a cloudy or rainy day, the flowers will generally stay closed. And that is one of the reasons why they do have such a long period of flowers. They generally will start blooming early summer, mid-June, and then they will continue all the way till really they get frosted over. Here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, that's like mid-November. And one thing I like to do with all of my container plants is I always like to put a nice layer of mulch just to help lock in the additional moisture into the container. And then at this point, of course, give it a nice drink of water and hang it up. Now, generally, I want these guys to get precipitation or additional irrigation twice a week throughout the summertime. Even in the hottest period of the summertime, they will definitely appreciate water or rainfall twice a week, at least here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. If you live where it's hotter, maybe even a little bit more often for plants grown in containers. Sunny window boxes are another great way to grow Portulaca. I love to plant succulents in window boxes where it can be a little bit challenging for them to stay super well watered. Well, I'd say that looks pretty good. And now you have a couple ideas on how to grow your Portulaca grandiflora, some different variations you might consider planting them in, as well as how to get the absolute most flower power out of your plants. If you do have any other further tips or comments or questions, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. Anyways, thanks for joining me here on Plant Vibrations. I'll catch you next time. Ciao.